Hi guys, it's me Unlucky Valentine, and today we'll be playing again Assassin's Creed Rebellion. So by the way, this is the last day that I will be playing this game. That's right, you heard it clearly, that this is the last day that I will be playing this game. So I've kinda feel a bit sad because I've been playing this game for almost a year. Because I can still remember that I'm playing this game since January 30, I think, 2019. So now it's a bit of formal farewell but to play this game. So actually I have reached many achievements already at this game, and it doesn't feel to be fun anymore for me. Yeah, for me. But yeah, I like the game because it has unique features I have never seen in a game such as like this, in which you can play using unique heroes with unique skills. So like this Hero Lamo here, in which doesn't even though his health will reach zero, he can't be killed for 6 ticks. So I really like the concept here, and this game is very unique. But it's like I'm just playing this game to get some rare materials, but I think I'm not enjoying it anymore. But still, I recommend you playing this game. It's just me. It's just my opinion. So I want to say thank you to all who managed to view all my videos, because it's kind of sad because this is the videos that inspires me to become a YouTuber, because I've been making efforts with its thumbnails and walkthroughs and everything just to post it on YouTube. And I can still remember the times that in which we don't have internet connection for at least 2 months, and I've spent nights to go out late at night to find signal for my mobile data. So by the way, there are people saying, or maybe there is someone who told me that I'm cheating because of my gold here, because actually I've reached 15 million golds before, and I've been doing this trick thanks to Alex. You know Alex, he's been playing Assassin's Creed Rebellion too, and I was inspired of making videos thanks to him. And let me show you how did he use the trick. So by the way, only Isabel, Luciano, and Ishak, and also Tariq will not maxed out, because by the way the max is level 50. It's because they are just common and I'm not. So I've been doing this trick. As you can see, it has plus 1270 XP, but then the cost is just 100 gold. But since I have lots of gold already, I've been doing this kind of trick. Because if you train with Luciano or with Ishak, then there could be a 10,000 I think, or 5,000 discount. So yeah, there's the discount. So only these people are now not maxed yet. So let's back with the topic. So I kind of feel sad about this game, because I don't know, it's very hard for me to left this game, because I really love this game. And yeah, I've been finding some time to play, just to play this game, even though I'm very busy with some exams tomorrow. I'm still playing it. As you can see, there is only one achievement left, which is I think very impossible to achieve, because I've been playing this year and I've been buying all the things in the daily selection, but still it only got 2,134, almost half. So before, I've been playing And I'm very happy when I got my first rare, which is Teresa. Yeah, this girl. So I've been playing using this girl, and I'm very happy because of her skills. And I'm very happy when I got my very first legendary, which is not Maria. So Maria is a very common one because of the achievements, but my very first legendary are Alexios and Cassandra. So I have noticed that Alexios and Cassandra don't appear here on the headquarters. So by the way, I want to say thank you. So by the way, I will show you how many hours have been spent playing this game already, so you can see it here. So I've been playing this game for a total of 1,115 hours and 56 minutes. So again, I haven't played this game for a year yet. So it's almost a year, just 1 month to go, and I've been playing this game already for 1 year. So as you can see, guys, majority of my videos here in YouTube is about Assassin's Creed because, again, I really love this game. So what I'm going to tell you now is to give some advice to new players. So first, I've managed to use Lupo and Rodrigo on the Intel rooms because although they are good at generating coins, but Intel is most important for me since you can play missions and you play them manually for them to lockpick the chests and get the gold, or maybe just bash the chest because lockpicking gives you a chance to get codex and potions. So it's better to bash, I think, but you can also get a chance of getting a lower amount of gold than lockpicking it. So here in gold, by the way, my Pirina is still at 4 stars compared to Flora, which is already 5 stars. So I've assigned them to generate coins because when I'm playing, I'm using Flora and Pirina. And when I farm, when I'm going to sleep, I switch it to Claudia and Maya. Although they generate coins slower, but their generation, they give a maximum capacity of 10,400 compared to Perina and Flora, which is only 6,500 here, but you can generate it for just 1 hour. So I recommend you to play this. Although Rodrigo is good here because he can generate faster and increase also the capacity, but again, Lupo and Rodrigo are the best Intel production in the whole game. So Intel is most important. And here I've been using Machiavelli because Machiavelli can produce things, and also he is good for promoting heroes. So I've got this item of him. You can equip him the Greek sword. I forget, it's hard to pronounce the name of that sword. So now I will show you my heroes. So these are my heroes. I will show you. So this is my third legendary because my first legendary is Alexios and Cassandra. So gear, this is my gear. I've already maxed her out. The next is Domingo de la Torre. So he is the second to the last hero that I've farmed because they are hard to farm because they have their lower chance of dropping DNA on their mission. So I've managed him also to have a proper gear. Next is Lupo. I'm very happy when I have Lupo because he can attack enemies easily guarding the chest, and he can lockpick it easily, and he can also disarm, as you can see here. So he is the improved version of Luis because he has the skill of having higher dexterity, and dexterity is very useful in lockpicking and disarm and stealth. So if you want to upgrade him, just upgrade his stealth version. Next is Najma. I think I pronounced it correctly. So, just 1 week after I've maxed Lupo, I've maxed Najma because their events are going well. So after getting Najma 5 stars, I've switched to Najma instead of Lupo. And so I've also managed to get 5-star on all her items. Next is John de la Croix. So John is my favorite because he can stand everything, including the missions of those missions which are very hard in the events. He can solo almost everything because he can heal. In each attack he can heal, and also when he dodge, he can also heal. And he has a retaliate which lessens the damage of the enemy. So far, John de la Croix is my favorite assassin of all time. Although he is bad at navigating, but still, he's very good. So if you combo him with John de la Croix and Mario Auditore, the uncle of Ezio, so he has much higher chance of dodging, which heals him even though he is really dying. Next is Alexios. So also my favorite because he can stun and he can parry. So also his normal attacks are 20% damage. Although I'm not really fan of normal attacks because they have chances of missing, I think. So there are chances of missing, but still you can have him for at least 5 ticks even though his health reaches 0. So what do we have here? Bayek, Valentine here, and I'm back. So instead of pausing the game, I've accidentally stopped the recording because I have some irritations in my throat because I have a cough and colds. And by the way, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone because it is cold season this year. So let's back. So Bayek is also good because the only thing that I have impressed about him is because his hunting skills has a chance of 50% instantly killing the enemy, although the shots are just limited. So this also, I'm not really fan of this skill because I can kill the enemy already after 4 ticks. So it doesn't give me the chance to instantly kill the enemy with this 300% damage. So this is also a best skill because he has assassination, and he's not an assassination type because he is just a DPS. As you can see, he is a DPS. So even though if his assassination will fail, you can have damage of 200%, which is also good. I really like this. And also he has a skill of blocking the attacks of an enemy, which is very helpful when there is just a little amount of health left for Bayek. So for those who didn't know, Bayek is the protagonist of the Assassin's Creed Origins. So next is the protagonist of Assassin's Creed 2. So the second game that I've played is on PC. The first game that I played on PC is Assassin's Creed 2. Because I've played the Assassin's Creed in which Altair is the main protagonist, but I've played it on my mobile phone. So I feel honored that I've played Assassin's Creed through my mobile phone. So I'm not really impressed with his skill because compared to Luciano can stun an enemy and can't even hit him. But for Ezio, the enemies can hit him first before he can counterattack. So I'm not really impressed with the skills of Ezio, but I really like the assassination grandmaster, in which he can assassinate with a 100% chance. So it means it has 0 chance of failing. So just like Jaria has also a skill like that. Next is Hirolamo. So I really like Hirolamo before because all AoE heroes has not been nerfed, but now they are nerfed because before when you enter the combat, all enemies will come at once, and when you use these AoE attacks, you will instantly kill the enemies. But now, when the enemies are not facing when there are two enemies and the first enemy is not facing, then only the first enemy will get damaged by these attacks. But I really like Hirolamo because of this skill, but I think he's not capable of standing long fights, especially the final mission of the what's that, the standard mission, I think. I know, the loot mission on Grandmaster Region 5. Next is Jaria. This is my favorite assassin because he's one of my favorite assassins, because she can inflict bleeding, and her skill is just instant. It doesn't cost any ticks. And also, she can Grandmaster Assassinate. So these are the gears. By the way, I failed to show off the gears of everyone. So I really like the the blade of Ezio, the sword of Hirolamo. I think I missed someone. No. So I like the blade of Hirolamo. It's really cool. It's like a dragon-like something here. And Jaria's blades, which names the Sultan's Vengeance. So I've done with Jaria. Next is Cassandra. So I prefer this Milanese sword compared to the Greek sword of her, because the Greek sword focuses more on assassination lethality, but I like Cassandra more on DPS. So I let her equip this sword and let the sword equip to those characters who wield sword but doesn't have a specific class, just like Rodrigo. You know Rodrigo, the pirate dude. So he doesn't have a sword that is AoE, so I let him equip the assassination blade. So what I like about her is because of this. When, just like Bayek, when she fails to assassinate an enemy, then it will deal 280 damage to the enemy instead. But I don't really like her because she can't stand longer fights despite being a DPS. So I think it's better for her to equip the sword, which is about lethality. So it's up for you to decide. Next is Xiao Yun. So my least favorite legendary hero. It's because I really like her, including the items. So as you can see, I've already maxed her items too. It's because there is a bug in which it says that sneak past an enemy with a 100% chance, but lots of people have been are not satisfied with this skill because it has still a chance of getting failed. So I've seen it for myself, and I've tried it for at least 10 times already, that the skill of Xiao Yun will fail, and I'm not really happy with that because I really like her. And her unique skill, which is the hidden foot blade, is not also good because, as you can see, Xiao Yun is a stealth-based character, and the hidden foot blade requires lethality. So she has a very low chance of succeeding her unique skill because his lethality is just 275. And she is a dexterity hero, which has a dexterity of 570. So her skill, this skill is not just useful at all, because if you use this, you have a higher chance of getting failed, and also you will just use a smoke bomb to escape the situation. So she's just a pure stealth hero, and despite a full stealth hero, her guaranteed stealth does not give a guaranteed chance at all because it also fails. So I think it's better to use this level 4 stealth because it has a lower chance of getting failed for me compared to this guaranteed success, which only gives a very low reasons for you to sneak, because I don't think they really give 95% of succeeding this one, even though it says 100%, because I often get failed using this skill than this skill. So this assassination skills are a bit of useless for her because she's a stealth type character. Next is Darius. So this Darius man is the man. So I just recently maxed him out just yesterday. So not yesterday, the night before Christmas. I think it's 24. I mean, yeah, the night before Christmas, 24. But I think I've maxed him during before the Christmas Eve. So I really like this character, my new favorite, because he can instantly use this skill in which lowers the defense of enemy by 100%, and getting this skill which gives the critical chance of hitting the enemy, and not to mention his instant kill, which is to execute. So I really like this character, even though he has a poor navigating skills. So he can't really navigate, but he's really good, and I let him equip the Greek weapon. Since I get this weapon during his event. Next is Niccolo Machiavelli. So I'm not really impressed also with his skill, because although it is very good because it boosts the lethality and the dexterity of the teammates, but because my gear on him is not that perfect, because you can't have there is no available sword for the support, and yeah, that's it. There's no available sword for the support. So unless there's no point of getting him the 5-star weapon, because he is just the support. So I could let him equip this sword of Darius to him, but he is not good. I think he's good at fighting because of this dodge that gives him health instantly, and this critical strike which also heals him. But I don't see the point of using this unique skill of his, because his unique skill is just the same. Only gives the same effect of Mario Auditory's skill. And Mario affects all the teammates, compared to Machiavelli, who only affect one party member. So what's the point of using him unless these skills are really good? So Machiavelli here is not really a good support for me, but he can withstand battles. Also compared to Mario can also withstand battles because of his dodging abilities. So compared to Machiavelli, which is a legendary hero, I prefer Mario Auditory for this. Next, we have Rodrigo Mendoza. So I really recommend this hero for you guys, because he can equip the sword of Darius back then, because it doesn't require any class. But I really like Rodrigo because of his lockpicking abilities. So he can do some AoE damage, then lockpick the chest in which the enemies are guarding. So I really like him also. And this item here, his personal item, which is the Cutthroat Spurs, makes him untouchable. So untouchable, literally untouchable, because it gives him a dodging chance, I think. This item doesn't give dodging chance, but it's already Rodrigo, which has a higher chance of dodging. So 20% is already high chance of dodging, plus if you boost him with the skills of Mario or with Machiavelli, then this hero is very untouchable. So his dodging skills are much higher. So I think the dodging rate here is just 20%, surprisingly, but when I used him, he dodges more often, which is a very good hero. But now I prefer Najma because of this. I've been farming the enemies assassinated, which is just a goal for me. So I've already assassinated 13,294 enemies. So I've been using Najma for the assassination because I'm farming for assassination compared to the enemies being killed using combat. Next here is Alvaro. So Alvaro is second of my favorite DPS. Although he is a AoE, but I consider him as DPS because he can instantly kill enemies without taking any damage because of his skill, which gives initiative. So first, he will attack first using with his giant sword, and then he has a chance of killing the enemies instantly because of the higher critical chance rate. So also his sword gives a 50% bonus of the critical damage, so he has a chance of killing the enemies instantly, and he is one of the epic heroes in which I've used to finish the whole region 5. So these are his skills. I really like all of his skills. Yeah, I mean all, because he can also craft weapons at a lower price. Next we have Lucas. So before those heroes which can execute like Darius and Domingo, Lucas is my first favorite hero who can do this execute, which can instantly finish an enemy, because I've used Lucas to finish the last story mission of the region 5, because the enemy has a 20,000 HP something and attacks faster than Lucas because Torquemada is wielding a pole arm. So I instantly kill him with Lucas Belleni. So let me show you how did I kill Luca. I finished the Torquemada thing. So this is how I killed Torquemada. So I made this as a GIF. As you can see, if only Lucas didn't dodge the attack of Torquemada, then my whole mission will fail there and I will be able to get a 3-star. So as you can see, this dodge here is very lucky. So yeah, this dodge here is very lucky, and after that I've managed to execute Torquemada already. So now I will be back here at business. So Lucas, so done with Lucas. Now let's proceed with Luciano. So Luciano, before the Region 5 update, Luciano is my favorite assassin because I haven't got any legendaries before because they are very hard to farm. So I've been using Luciano in every legacy mission because he's one of my favorite because of his stun here. So his assassination gives him instant damage, and his stun, this stun also inflict damage, but stuns the enemies for 5 ticks, giving the enemies no chance of fighting back. So I really like Luciano because his critical strikes also deals poison, which is very important in the battle because it gives a chance of when the stun is gone, it gives the enemy a chance to just bleed out and die instantly. So Luciano is the reason that Luciano is also my favorite character is because of his story here. So he is really a cool Templar hunter. Next we got Ishak. So I've been dreaming this Ishak dude before because I remember the February event in which there is Ishak and what's the name of the guy? Murat. Yeah, Murat. So they are my I want to get them because I'm still low leveled. I think I'm level 14 when it is February 14 Valentine's. Yeah, I remember that, and I failed to get them, and I'm really impressed with his skill because he can gain initiative, he can gain instant skill without losing any ticks, and I really like him, but I failed to get him. But now I'm really disappointed because there is no specific pole arm for assassination type heroes. There is no heavy armor for assassination type heroes also. So what's the point of getting him to 5 stars? But you can equip him the Greek Myrmidon spear, because that spear doesn't require any class. But still, there is no heavy armor for assassination type heroes, which gives us a little chance of assassination, which makes this skill very useless at all, because you only have a small chance of assassinating the enemy, lacking one item to be 5 star. Next is Claudia. So I've I didn't expect that Claudia is really good, but I've tried Claudia playing the last mission of Region 5 and I've managed to finish it. If you don't believe it, it's up to you, because I failed recording it. But she can finish the whole Region 5 also with Maria because of this dodging skill, which kills the hero by 15%, and not to mention also the instant kill when the enemy reaches 35% of health. And mind you that this skill is unlimited. So unlike Execute, which only gives us a one chance of instantly killing enemy, although this is not instant, but it is unlimited, so it gives a much boost for Claudia here. By the way, Claudia is my first epic hero. So my second epic hero is also my first event that I've attended, so we'll get on to that. Next is Flora. So I've been using Flora before the Region 5 update because of her stun and her bleeding, which is really good. But after the Region 5 update, he can't deal with enemies anymore because of her low HP here. So, but still, she is very good in the treasury room. So that's it. Next is Kensa. So Kensa is also my favorite character. That's why I've equipped her the Myrmidon Spear, because this Myrmidon Spear here is the only weapon available for her, because there is no DPS kind of role for the spears. And what I like about Kensa is it's because her dodging rate is already high. As you can see, she has a 20% chance of dodging, not to mention this skill which reduces the accuracy of the enemies, giving her more chance of dodging. Also, this skill here which increases the dodging rate of 30%, and this skill that the dodge is permanently increased by 7%. So 7% plus 30% and the already 23%, and also lowers the chance of the enemies from getting you hit, gives Kensa the untouchable title, just like Rodrigo, but she is more untouchable than Rodrigo, as you can see in her skills. And also her unique skill, which has a critical chance increased by 30%, and and the attack increased by 10%, and the Fury, which increases the attack of the enemy, gives her a total DPS role. So I really liked her because she can deal the whole level, but I haven't tried her finishing the last mission yet. So let's move on with Rosa. So Rosa is one of my early favorite characters during the Region 5 update because of her arming technique and sneak. That's all. And also she can be a good DPS, but not that good as a DPS. because she can navigate. If you haven't any characters that can assassinate, Rosa can be a substitute because of her navigation techniques and her attacking capabilities. So these are my gear for Rosa. Next is Shakir. So I really like Shakir, and he is a very strong hero. So again, before the time that AoE heroes were not nerfed, I really like Shakir, but his unique skill is just limited. It only has 3 charges, so that's the only bad thing here. But he is really good because his first AoE attack is instant, and this AoE attack deals 175% of damage. So he is really good. And also these skills, when his health is below 35%, his dodge and damage will increase. Next is Yusuf. So this Lighthawk male is recently added into the game. So before, navigation doesn't have a medium armor. So I really like this Yusuf guy also because he is a beast. Too bad he died in the Assassinscreed Revelations. So, but still, his skills give him a initiative, and he's also the hero that I really like the retaliate scene because it's like really a sword fight, and he's really good. He can boost the agility of teammates, including himself, and he has a rank 4 frame runner technique. So overall, I really like him also. Baltasar. So I think Baltasar is one of the underrated heroes, but I really like him because of his stun, and also he is wielding a pole arm. So when he is against the knights, so most of the knights in this game are wielding long swords or great swords, but Baltasar is wielding a pole arm, which gives him a chance of attacking first. Then if he stun the knights first, then the knights have no chance of attacking back at him, because since he is a tank and also a great DPS. So I really like Baltasar on the so I've been using him on the missions of Region 4 before the Region 5 updates. So many people are not considering the skills of Baltasar, but he is really a good character. So when fighting multiple enemies, so also here it increases his defense. So he is really a good character because of this pole arm thing. So he is good at fighting heavy armored or heavy armed enemies, but I think he is bad, but not that bad since he is a tank, at fighting the enemies that wields dagger or swords, since they swing faster compared to the pole arm. So especially those enemies with that wields dagger, they are very annoying because it consumes the ticks of the skills of Baltasar, which is only 15 ticks. Next is Jaime. So I haven't really noticed the skill because I think I'm not really impressed with his skill, because his unique skill only has 2 charges. But these skills are, I think, good for the DPS, and he is very useful as a DPS during events only. But I can't say so much on this character because I'm not fond of using him. Next is Bartolome. So also I'm not fond of using him, but he is one of my early epic heroes because I'm really happy before, because I think he is unbeatable because he has a defense, and he is also my few characters. I think he is the second character that I have the heavy armor. So I'm really impressed before because I think heavy armored characters are really good, and since he is a DPS, a tank, and also a heal, I think before that he can't be stopped because I've been using Bartolome in almost every mission before because I only have few assassins before. But I really like this though because this doesn't cost any ticks, but this needs a turn. The combat turn before you can activate this skill. This skill, and this skill doesn't charge any ticks because it depends on the strikes. So as you can see here, 4 strikes before this before this skill can be recharged again. Next is Horatio. So there's a lot of things to reminisce here about Horatio because Horatio is my first epic and my first tank. So he is my first tank compared to Jorge Diaz, and I'm really impressed with him before, and because he's very cool. I've been looking him at the headquarters because he's just walking there, and he's very cool hero. So he's really good since he can stun and also he can retaliate. So after I've maxed him out, I didn't use him on missions anymore because I have legendary heroes already, and Horatio is really good at promoting heroes since his learning is 1000, as you can see here down below, 1k. So I think I need to stop at this moment and continue later this featuring my heroes thing. So I'll be back later. So here I am, guys, I'm back. This is Unlucky Valentine, and we will continue our analysis of our heroes. So I really like Horatio the Heredia. It's because look at his armor, dude. He's very bulky, he's very tank. He's very warriorish. Warriorish. And as you can see, his armor are so cool. So next we have Mario Auditore. So I have made a video before completing the 27th, I think, the second to the last mission of the story mode in Assassinscreed Rebellion using Mario Auditore, and he's still 3 stars there because look at his skill though. It is a direct upgrade of Machiavelli's skill and it affects all the teammates. So that's what I really like about Mario here. And since he has a very high critical chance, his deadly strike skill also contributes for the critical chances, so he's very perfect for single combat. So for single combat only, because fighting 2 enemies at once will not be affected by the taunt. Only the first or the second enemy will be affected by it since its recharge time is 12 ticks. So next, let's move on to Altair. So this hero has been nerfed because before his lethality reaches 500 at level 1. Imagine that, level 1 hero and has already a lethality of 500. So this character has been nerfed, but I like the skills. But recently the unique skills, as you can see compared here to Mario, Altair has no unique skills since I think there is a developer oversight here in which Altair's unique skill is same with his master. I forgot the name of his master. Al-Mualim. So he has the same skill of Al-Mualim here. So the developer now removes the special skill of Altair. So I like him also because he has a throwing knife which gains initiative on the attacks, and also he has also execute, which can instantly kill enemy. So this is my favorite skill, although it's only it only has 1 charge. And also what I like about him is because he is the first character in the first Assassin's Creed game that I have played on mobile, and it reminds me of my friend who passed me that game, who is now living somewhere far in where I am today. So he's living already in Australia. So he's my childhood friend and my classmate. So let's move on with Al Mualim. Oh, so this is the master of Altair. So in the mobile version of Assassin's Creed, Al Mualim has a different name and he's wielding a great sword, I think. But the story is still the same. Al Mualim is still the master of Altair. So what I like about him, especially when he's already 5 stars, that he is a support character. So look at this skill. This is also the unique skill of Altair, and he's a support that can assassinate. So imagine that. He's the only support that can assassinate. So this skill is also unique since he is only the one who possesses the skill, and during the combat scene, if he's only the last survivor, Al Mualim, he can take over the battle using this. Using this, which slows the enemy and debuffing their attacks and defense. So here is also the increased attack of Al Mualim as a support character who wields a dagger. Next is Aguilar. So Aguilar is the main character of the game. So Aguilar, do you remember Aguilar, right? The hero assassin in the Assassin's Creed movie. So what I like about him is as a rare hero, so his items are also very cool. Oh, I miss the items in Al Mualim. He has a dull looking knife here because there is no available knife for support character. So back again to Aguilar. I'm still using Aguilar, especially on the second mission of the loot mission, because it involves a lot of navigations and assassination. So as a rare hero, Aguilar is still good at navigating, because as you can see, before he can't zipline and leap of faith, but now he can because they improve his skill since he's the main character, and also this skill can face-to-face single enemy, especially those soldiers, because Aguilar is very good at combat also. Although he has a poor defense and health, but still he possesses a level 4 assassination, which is also very good as a rare character. So again, to sum it up, Aguilar is still a good hero, even if he's the first assassin that you will get. Next, let's move on with Luisa. So Luisa is very useful here in Region 5 before I can rank 5 Lupo, Rodrigo, and Najma. So I've been using Luisa since her skill is very good, especially these two. These two combos can make the enemies impossible to attack and lose their turn already. So this skill has only a 75% chance of curing, while this one it is ensured that it will slow the enemy. So if this one will occur along with this one, then the enemy will be impossible for you to attack back. So I like her also, and I made some items for her already, because before she is my favorite lockpicker and navigator. So next is Kasim. So Kasim is also one of the let's back with Luisa again. So Luisa and Luis are my favorites before the release of Region 5. But since there is no dagger available as a snake, Luis is not my favorite anymore. So let's move on with Kasim. So Kasim here is one of the underrated heroes, because Kasim is very good, I think, because imagine his skills. He can block and he can also stand, and not to mention he can also navigate, since his navigation, look at his agility here, 330. So he can navigate, but I think it's harder for him to navigate on the higher levels, I think. But he's still a very good hero at especially his unique skill, which is a defensive strikes. So it deals more damage, and note that it is AoE, so it damages more than one enemy at once, and also increases his defense. So with his passive skill, which is a passive balanced combatant, damage plus defense with block, which is also about blocking the attack of the enemy, and a great defense, also for navigation, it can stun the enemy. He's really a good character, and look at him. I just crafted his armor just yesterday, since today is December 27, 2019. Next is Faris. So I haven't used this Faris, but I've realized that he is really a good hero. But it's too late because I have already my legendary that time. I mean legendaries that time. So he is really good since he can stun enemies. But it would be good if he can lockpick. But his skill are just disarming. But for a disarmed character, Rosa will take the place already. So I have Rosa already before I realize that Faris is really good character. But still, he is very good since he can boost an attack on your teammates, and he can also stun enemies. And he has also a cool backstory here, which is just a illegal vendor of bombs and some things, but he's caught by the assassin Jaria. Yeah. So let's move on with the Beatrice. So by the way, we are now in the rare heroes. So Beatrice is also my favorite before the release of Region 5, but still she's still very good at Region 5. Beatrice is my past Alvaro and past John, because Beatrice can almost finish all levels of the story mode by herself only. So let's look at her skill. So her skill is about AoE strike and AoE bleeding. So he is also a health and defense here, which makes her a AoE and a tank. And her improved parry is different from the other parries because it can retaliate when she reaches 5-star, and also it occurs 2 times. So these are her gears. So I haven't equipped her much yet with the AoE since I am more focused on the legendary and the rare, epic heroes. But I can craft it if I want because my materials are stacking already. So Gershon. So Gershon, the reason that I only crafted items for him, it's because my emeralds have already reached 15, I think. There are too many of them, so that's why I've crafted some of them. So I will not recommend this hero for you unless for the cheaper crafting of potions. It's because his attack increase on the target also damages the teammate. That's why I don't really recommend him. But he is also a good DPS since I have a bunch of items for him here. So actually he has 5-star full gear, but I've unequipped his armor and transferred it to Machiavelli. Next is Magdalena. So I have read before that Magdalena is really a good assassin because she can air assassinate, because before Aguilar and the other assassins that you can get early in the game can perform air assassination, which makes Magdalena as a good choice for an assassin. But I haven't really used her except for the events before, but I could still recommend using her, because if you can get Maria, which is only a 1-star when you reach Region 3, Magdalena can be a good substitute for Maria since in the backstory here, she is a disciple of Maria and her skills are much similar to her, including the poison, the sneak, and the assassination. Although she has no dodge heal abilities just like Maria did. So next is Luis. There's excess DNA here. Oh, I'm offline, I forgot that. So Next is Luis. So Luis is the Luis and Beatrice are my MVPs before the release of Region 5. It's because he can stun enemy, and stunning them increases the critical chance. So honestly guys, I forgot what is skill, but I just remember that he is one of my best assassins before. So this skill here, when fighting multiple enemies, he can dodge, and also as what I have said before, Luis is Lupo is the direct upgrade of Luis, because look at his dexterity, it reaches 402, but there are no items available for him except for the boots and the armor, because there is no dagger. But I didn't equip him, I didn't let him equip that. So as you can see here, the skills are related with dexterity, which makes him a very perfect assassin for low level players. Next is Teresa. So before unlocking Beatrice, although Beatrice is the first rare hero to be farmed, I got Teresa first because of the event, which is a DPS All Stars, and I mistakenly purchased the cubes, which makes me get the assassin Teresa, that baldy guy, I forget his name, and Inigo. What was that? So never mind. So Teresa is also good because compared to Beatrice, she can navigate. Look at her agility here. It's 328, and she can increase the miss of the enemy, slows the enemy, and the AoE. Although compared to Beatrice, Beatrice's damage is far more better than Teresa. Outnumbered, increases the damage when fighting multiple enemies. This is really good since Teresa is marked as a DPS, but she is also an AoE. Next is Angela. So I have remembered before that I'm trying to farm Isabel Lomlin, but I mean I've been playing Isabel Lomlin's mission because Angela is the lower drop of DNA. I just needed one more DNA for me to unlock Angela because she is needed in the event, and for 3 days event I didn't get a single DNA of Angela, which makes me hate her, because right after the event, by the next morning, I've managed to get myself Angela some DNA. So it's too late because the event is already gone and Angela is not the bonus hero anymore. So back to the so she is marked as heal, but I think I forget the doctor dude, the street doctor. The street doctor is better healer because he has a vitality, covenant of the vitality, which increases the maximum health of the players. While this one, although it's very good because it can heal multiple players, I mean multiple heroes at a time, but it is not really that good. And also, I like her before because she can give initiative, but before that, I've already unlocked Mario Editorial. That's why I eventually stopped using her. And also there is a bug before. As you can see here, her unique skill says here that it applies instantly. But before this, there is a bug that although after using this, it's not instant. You just a tick and the enemy will attack you directly after using this skill. So I don't know if they have fixed that bug already. Next we have Gyorios. So Gyorios is the one that I've talked before that is a baldy guy. So before I've compared them with Darius. After I've unlocked Gyorios, I've been using Gyorios as my DPS than Tariq. But I've seen that Tariq is, I think, is far more better because Tariq can heal himself. But Darius is also a beast because, as you can see here, he can dodge and also improve the critical chance. So he is very beast. But when the time that I have unlocked Lucas, I've been using Lucas a lot better because he's better than Darius. And also during my low level time, I'm not using Darius. It's because I have Beatrice. So next is Inigo. Same, I have unlocked Teresa, Gyorius, and Inigo at the same time because of the cube event that I have bought thinking that it would be good. So his skill here is wasting, life wasting, I think that's the term. So his skill is life wasting, but it strikes 300%. And I have a friend, or I have known someone that finishes the last level of the story mode using Inigo, and it's really good because he deals a lot of damage, and it really finishes the level using Inigo here because he's really good. So this is my equipment. So I've failed to show my equipments of the past assassins that I have showcased. Next is Jorge Diaz. So farming him is an accident because I've been farming this is the name of that pirate dude, Alonso, I think. Because I've been farming Alonso because he can lockpick, but I've kept getting his DNA instead. That's why I've unlocked Jorge Diaz, and this Jorge is one of the first assassins that I'm really impressed because he has a heavy armor. Because before I'm too ignorant to the assassins that has heavy armor because I think they are really warrior. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy before because Horacio and Jorge have both knights and they have heavy armor. I've kept looking at them at the headquarters because they are so cool. So he, despite being a rare hero, he is still the best tank for me. For the word tank only, but for the overall, John de la Croix is still the better hero compared to Jorge. But compared in buffness, Jorge still got the throne for that because, as you can see here, the defense is increased by 200%. So that's a very high defense with his permanent defense of 30. And imagine if I've managed to equip him some 5-star gear. So he's really a good tank. But although he's also a DPS, but compared to practicality, Baltasar and John de la Croix are still better than him. So next we have Maya. So Maya is my navigator before because she has a Grandmaster navigation, which means that her navigation skills are guaranteed success. So it means it has 100% chance of success. And I really like her skill because try using Maya using this foreshadow skill. Although it only lasts for 4 ticks, it's really good because Maya has a dodge chance of 75%, not to mention her gears, so it may have a 90%. So this is just my calculations. She may have a 90% of dodging, so she can dodge anything for 4 ticks. But I really like her because she can maximize the storage of the coins along with Claudia. Next we have Sayid. So I'm not really fan of Sayid, although he's better before the AoE has been nerfed because he can also AoE. But I'm not really fan of him since the stats of the pole arms don't contribute assassination, although although it contributes dexterity. So sneak assassination is better when you're using Sayid. But I've kept using him Of course, only on the assassination event, because I'm not really a fan of Said. So next, Alexei. So this is one of the characters that's very hard to farm, since the event of Ottoman connection really appears, and sometimes it is Murat there who is the secondary bonus hero and not Alexei. But I have managed to see his skills. Although I'm not really impressed, because his unique, let's say unique skill is not unique because it is present on the other 5-star gears. But I'm really happy because I managed to make him a 4-star hero. His heal is also not that impressive, although it boosts some armor. But what I like about his skill is this instant skill which debuffs the enemy's defense. So overall, Alexei is just an okay assassin. Next we have Murat, also a secondary bonus character of the Ottoman Connection event. So I haven't used him. It's because when the Region 5 update has been released, he is still 1-star for me, because kaya nga yung skills, the skills of Murat are not that capable of handling in Region 4, Region 3, because he still has a low level. So as what I have read in the internet, that he is also a good hero since he can navigate, he can parry the attacks, and he can dodge. Not to mention he has an instant strike. So from the first strike, he has now the ability to dodge the attack and to block them. So he is labeled as a tank character. So I think aside from Kasim, Murat here they are just the 2 tanks that can navigate. So this description of the skill is really intimidating. So next we have Musa. So Musa is an AoE, but I'm not really fond of using him because look at his skill. Although he can disarm, it is only level 1. He can also pick lock, but he's just level 1. So if we think about someone who can AoE at the same time can pick lock, then Rodrigo will be the best choice. But since he has disarm ability, and his by the way, Musa has been upgraded. Let's use the term upgraded, because before he is just a weak character, but the mail says that, and not the mail, the Facebook page says that Murat has been improved, which makes him more terrifying. So since this is my last day of playing Assassin's Creed Rebellion, and I think I won't be able to test that for myself. But you can test it for yourself, guys. You can try him. So I've been so close to level him to rank 5 already. Next is Perina. So I'm not really fond of using her because there is Luisa. Although I've asked some players on who is better, and the players always replies that Luisa is better than Perina. But still, I haven't witnessed really her skill because I'm not really using her. And as you can see here, she has a very poor item stacks because I'm not really fond of using her. But her daggers can gain initiative, and now let me read. So it's just a poison, no slow, because this is the slow. So I think she is also a good character because she can also slow an enemy just like Luisa, and she can also navigate. And since Perina is an epic character, so her power level or power scores are better than Luisa when she has the right items or gears. Next we have Hamid. So I've managed to equip Hamid some rank 5 items because I've tried using him, and he is really good, but still he can single strike some enemies since he is just a common hero. But before, since he is one of the early assassins that we can gain access, he's really good. And before I have unlocked Beatrice, I've been using Hamid. The only reason that I don't really impress much to him is because he has a very low agility and dexterity. So you can just simply use some assassins, just like Rosa, who can disarm disarm traps, and also Najma. But still, he is really good because of his passive skill that can heal the player until the next level. So there are only a few skills here that can heal the player until the next level. So we are now in the common heroes. Next is Angela. So I remembered my girlfriend in this character. It's because this is the first character that she keeps bragging me because I haven't unlocked Andrea yet that time, and she keeps bragging that she has unlocked some characters named Andrea. So I have managed to see her stats, and she has also a first aid skill which is like Bartolome, but I haven't got the time to use her because I've unlocked Bartolome at a very early level, and I think Bartolome is better than her. It's because Bartolome is an epic character and they are both wielding a Warhammer, but his skill here can apply some damage and also reduce the defense of an enemy. But still, there are two skills here that are not instant. They can lose turns, so we can't really see the effectiveness of it. So we can also convert. Oh, I forgot I have no internet connection, or my internet connection is just slow. Next we have Constanza. So Constanza is, I mean, Yusuf is the improved version of Constanza. So as you can see here, they have same gear types, and also they can navigate, they can sword fight. So what I like about this skill is because it is instant. Even though it reduces the dodge and defense by 10%, she can instantly kill an enemy after applying this skill. Because since it is instant, she can apply the skill and then her normal attack, considering that her normal attack will not miss. So she's still a good character for me, but I don't know, I haven't tried her in the Region 5 because of her skills. She's like Yusuf, although she has no retaliation skill. Next is Mateo. So at Region 3, I think Mateo is very good for me. It's because of his passive skill. Just look at this. Critical strike and defense, and also gains a chance to attack enemies by 30% at the start of the combat. So this skill makes him a beast, and considering that he has a quick strike, which is also an instant skill. So he is an assassination type and also a DPS. So if the assassination will fail, he has these two skills that he can use in battle. So I have also lots of jets, that's why I made him equip a 5-star weapon. Next is Corvo. Same with Perina. I haven't got the time to use him, but I really like the concept of his unique skill, which boosts his critical chance when facing single enemy, because he is a gladiator. So that is what the skill of a gladiator, which really suits for him. And also the sand throw, because gladiators are dirty fighters. They have they as long as they win, they will do anything. So it is just part of his backstory as a gladiator. So I'm not fan of using the both skills that loses ticks, as you can see here. So because we can instantly use this to instantly kill an enemy, or we can just strike for lower defense, but since it's only 90% damage, the enemy could hit you back. So next we have Alonso. So Alonso is during the Region 4, before the Region 5 update, Alonso is a really good assassin because he can navigate, he has an instant skill, and he has stun here. So I've been using him just like Luis and Luisa, but I'm using Alonso more often. It's because his skill here can instantly kill an enemy after stunning it. So Alonso is really good when he is already rank 5. It's because his stun is only 1 tick during his rank 4 below. So when he reaches rank 5, he can stun the enemy for 2 ticks. So he is a really good hero because despite being a common hero, he has a high quality perks here. So he is still very useful. And he can lockpick and navigate at the same time. Next is Gaspar. So Gaspar is still the best healer of the game, but Claudia has so let me explain this. Claudia has a unique skill which can instantly kill an enemy when the enemy reaches 35% of health. So before I've been using Gaspar, and I've used him also in the final battle with Torquemada on the last mission of the story mode. So let me explain first why Gaspar is better healer than Claudia. So in terms of healing only, since Gaspar is very poor health, dodge, and skill here as a DPS, so Gaspar is a really good assassin because he can heal 20% on the selected target and another 20 over 5 ticks. So in the single use of skill, he can instantly heal the hero for the selected target, selected teammate for 40% of health already. So imagine if he has the dagger that is exclusive for the healers, then his heal can have 3 charges. So he is the best healer of the game, but I've let Claudia equip all the 5-star items. It's because her skills, she has a skills that can match on fighting some heavy armored enemies, and she can dodge, which can heal her. So next, let me pause this time. I have to cough because my voice are really bad right now. So let me pause. So welcome back, guys. It's me, Valentine. So let's continue with Maximo. So Maximo is a friend of Aguilar, which is the main character of this game. Sorry. So Maximo is very impressive because very impressive at the lower levels because he can assassinate and he can also sneak. So in case that your assassination skills have run out, you can let him sneak, and vice versa. If the stealth skill has been completely run off, so you can use the assassination instead. So he can also boost himself for the attack and lethality. So it's very recommended to use this before you can use this both skill, because it really improves the I thought dexterity was mentioned here. So it is very important to boost this skill because before you use the assassination skills, because it boosts the lethality. So lethality again affects the chance, and because it increases the chance of successfully using the assassination skill. So next we have Tariq. So Tariq is one of my heroes that I haven't leveled yet to level 50. So Tariq here is very good because this skill can make him heal himself until the next level of the mission. So health is increased by 50%, restores 30% of health. So this restored 30% of health and increases his health by 50%, makes him a really good DPS. So I think he is good compared to Gyorios. Although Gyorios has a useful skill because he can he has a high critical chance, and he can also dodge. But Tariq here is being practical because it slows the enemies, and he also has a swift cut which deals instantly, and if you use this before the normal attack, you may have the chance of killing an enemy without hitting you back. So I think this is my last assassin. I know we still have Maria and Isabel. So Isabel is our last assassin. So Maria here is, I think, is a really good hero because of her support here. So gaining initiative is better. I mean, this skill is better than gaining initiative because in gaining initiative, when you face two enemies in one battle, after you've killed the single enemy in front of it, the second enemy will charge you directly. Depends on the speed of your weapons. So with this skill, your attack speed, oh no, I thought, so this is the, sorry guys, this is the which increases your attack speed. So with the increased attack speed, you can kill two enemies charging at you. So it's because the speed of an attack will be constant, and it doesn't, because initiative only gains being first to deal damage to your enemies. So this skill is very good. So I have mistakenly thought that this was the skill that boosts the speed. So this skill is very useful since it affects all party members, and so supposedly the version of Altair's skill improves the lethality of all teammates, but again his skill was removed since it is not unique anymore because Al-Mualim has the same skill. So her skill is very good since it boosts the damage of the damage and the critical damage of the party members, considering that she is still alive. So she has a instant attack here and a block. So as a support character that must survive in order to maintain this skill, she has a block, which is really useful also for her. So my last assassin is Isabel Lomlin. So I'm not really fan of her because her healing is really poor compared to Gaspar, which you can unlock earlier than her. And also, so I like this skill because it boosts the lethality and dexterity of a teammate. But I think the moment you've unlocked Isabel, you can also unlock already the rare heroes, which don't need supports from any supporting characters. So I haven't used her for once already. Maybe I've used her just to see her skills, but I haven't used her because I don't really like her skill. And also I've ranked her to rank 5 accidentally because as what I have said, I was going to farm Angela, but I kept getting her DNA. That's why I accidentally ranked her to 5. So, but she has already good items now. So that's it, everyone. Maria is my assassin that has the highest power, and Isabel is my assassin that has the lowest power. So yeah, back at Maria, I really like Maria. It's because she can assassinate and she can sneak past. So that's all, guys, for my analysis of each assassins in the Assassin's Creed Rebellion. So why I am doing this? It's because I just want to showcase my hard work for playing 1,111 hours, more than that, because I've really invested too much time playing this game and I really like it. Although it's very sad to let go a game, but I'm really annoyed while I'm playing it and I have a slow internet connection. Even though I've reloaded the game already, it shows that I have failed to collect the rewards, and also the game has a lot of bugs also. But I really like this game. I've convinced my friends to play this, including my girlfriend, but now I'm the only one left playing it, and I've managed to get some things here. So these are my unique items. So I have many unique items here and lots of materials that are not really needed. Some potions too that are stacked because I've been playing manually in the game. So again, guys, I haven't used a single cheat on this game. It's just pure hard work. So I have lots of medicines and I'm not really using medicines for playing because I'm waiting for my assassins to maximize their health. So these are my codices, I think, for the plural. So, time to say goodbye to this game. It's been really fun playing this game, and to think I've invested too much time playing it. So before I've deleted this game, I just want to thank everyone for watching my videos, my walkthroughs about Assassin's Creed Rebellion, and it really inspires me to create some thumbnails being serious for my YouTube account. So as you can see, most of my videos in the Assassin's Creed Rebellion is mostly in my YouTube mostly consists of Assassin's Creed Rebellions and walkthroughs. So if you want to see my progress there to prove that I'm not really cheating, you can visit some of my videos there. So I'm planning to max this. So use my best assassins for this. So ironically, the last event that I have joined is the Horatius Retribution, which is also the first event that I have played ever since I've played Assassin's Creed Rebellion. So to Ubisoft and the developers of the game, I say farewell and thank you for letting me play this really awesome game. It's just very unique characteristics. So before I've been playing a dummy account on my guest, and it's really fun. It's because there is a bracket. The lowest bracket for joining the event is level 7 to 9. So I've capped myself at level 9, and then I'm starting to unlock some legendary heroes there. That's why I'm always on the top ranking. But then I don't know, that account just lose, and I've sent ticket to the support team, and they say that it can't be recovered since it is not connected on my Facebook account. So again, guys, thank you for watching my videos. It's really hard for me to say this, but thank you, Assassin's Creed. It's been fun. So I think I will max him now, since this is my last day of playing this game. So I'm really excited about the anniversary event, because it says that the next event is about an assassin who loses everything. So it's very obvious that it is Edward Kenway, also one of my favorite assassins in the game. So thank you, Assassinscreed. Again, this is really making me sad to think about the memories that I have when I play this game. Because even though I'm really busy, I will find some time just to play this game. So I think I've already saved my progress. Time to uninstall the game. Thank you so much, game. Wait, let me check this. Let me collect this free chest first. So thank you for watching again, guys. It's been fun to be with you. And now I'll be signing off at this game. So thank you, everyone. So let me uninstall the game now. Let's go to the settings and apps. So I just remembered that I have some hard time sleeping because of this game. Just because I'm really addicted on this game. So let me storage, clear cache. And now this is the moment that I will now uninstall the game. So thank you again, game. I will really miss playing you. So that's all, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Unlucky Valentine, and have a nice day. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.